Well, very pleasant good evening. Actually, good afternoon here as Southside will play in the Foster Roofing Classics. This will be the third place games. They'll take on the Hall High Warriors. Tough night for the Mavs last night, Terrell, as they fall to Farmington, a Farmington team that I've been told is fifth in the state, which I can see that because that is a very complete team. And this will be a good challenge for the Mavs tonight. It's going to be one of those games we watched a little bit last night of this Hall team. It's a game where if you don't get back on defense, you'll be trailing a lot of layups.
Yeah, we were actually talking pregame about it a little bit too. They kind of, once they see the ball is a miss, they kind of send somebody off for the Hail Mary ball, and they just throw it up to them. And once they get about a step on you, you're not going to catch them.
And they've got the talent, too, to stop and pop from about 15 feet. And, it's going to be a good challenge for the Mavs tonight. We'll see what they want to come out defensively. But, the key for Southside, though, was the game last night. It pinpointed was offensive rebounding that Farmington was able to do. Second, third shots the whole ball game. Southside basically getting more unlucky most of the times. But, the bright note for Southside yesterday obviously was Jarice Birdsong with 19 points. And not just the points, it was the steals, the rebounds, and he showed that, he can step up and he can be that guy as a sophomore.
Yeah, and we also saw on defense where, he was getting back after, a miss. Not always his miss, but, we'd have a miss on our side of the court. He'd hustle back and be the one that either made the block or, a couple times he had some tough foul calls. But there are a couple times where there were some foul calls on the other squad because he got back on time. So, just give that guy a lot of credit for hustling.
Well, the key, too, I think for Southside, too, when we talk about the rebounding, we were talking about this, and it's kind of a fundamental thing in a sense is the fact that you're trying to block out guys you're giving up 4 to 5 inches to, and you can't let them push you under the basket. Southside did a really good job, I thought, of blocking out, but the problem was where they were setting up the block out, you've almost got to force your guy back a little bit, then go to the ball.
Well, that's it, and it's going to be a little bit harder to force these guys back a little bit today. But the one thing I'll say, yesterday was your leading rebounder was actually Birdsong as well. So, a lot of credit to those outside guys. Matt Williams is coming in there grabbing some rebounds, and I think that, I think that'll play, into our favor if those guys are getting a lot of rebounds tonight too. So
yeah, and what makes it tough too, you talk about the guards. Southside guards played really well the first ball game, and Matt Williams had a big first half, but they were starting to do a lot more face guarding and stuff in the second half, and also the fact that Southside's going to have to probably try to work that high post, get it down the low post, do something to kind of draw that defense in to open up the outside for these guys. And it was a game pretty much where Southside was really trying to create their own shot.
Well, and the other thing too, we've been seeing the last few games when you get Wilk out there at the same time you got Williams out there. I mean, you got a lot more inside the paint game going on. So I hope to see a little bit more of that collaboration going on tonight, and
as we look
a lot more points in the paint.
Look at the starting lineup tonight. It'll be Teo Flake, Jarice Birdsong, Matthew Wilkerson, Javon Bullock, and Matt Williams for the Mavs. While for the Warriors, they'll have Dalton Palmer, Derek Johnson, Shaw Rahman, Landon Hill, and Demary Hollins. So should be a good ball game. And Hall, what a tradition. We talked about that. The tradition, yeah. The Bobby Portis is the Walton kid that played a few years ago that went to Baylor, and I go all the way back to Sidney Moncrief.
Yeah.
In my own opinion, the greatest basketball player to ever play for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
I would go with that.
Should be a good test here for the Mavs, and a chance to finish third here in the Foster Roofing Classic. Be a good start to the conference season. Ball tip going to be controlled. It's going to be picked up by Hall. They're going up for a quick layup. That's Derek Johnson. Hall coming out, going to play the full court here. Putting the press on the back court as Teo Flake will bring it up. Here's a drive by Bullock all the way down, goes up strong off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Derek Johnson. Johnson will push it into the front court. Southside going to work out of a 2-1-2 zone defense. There's a three on the way up and good. This is Dalton Palmer on the three. Quick 5-0 lead for the Warriors. This Warrior team, they're going to play you 94 feet all the way, it looks like. Swing the ball up top to Teo Flake. Flake looks to penetrate in, shoots on the free throw line up, off, and no good.
Good look, though.
Well, they get in that front court. Here's another three on the way. It's going to be short. Rebound going to be chased down. That's Birdsong going forward along with Shaw Rahman. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with the Warriors. Not the start you want. 1 minute in, you're down 5-zip. And the thing about this Hall team, they don't go very deep. They only have 8 kids dressed out. Southside again working out of a 2-1-2 zone defense. I like that idea, too. It kind of slows the pace down a bit. Here's an open three on the way up. No good. Dross Birdsong off the backside gets the rebound. We'll push it into the front court for the Mavs. There's a penetration in by Flake. Gets it over to Matthew Wilkinson. Williams thought about taking the three there.
Yeah, he did.
I think that was a good decision, just a little bit far out. Now we're going to have a reach-in call. Going to get Derek Johnson to be the first foul of the ball game. Southside going to bounce from the side. Get the ball in. That's Javon Bullock. Yeah, Bullock struggled yesterday. Had a really good first ball game with 19 points, but they were able to come out on him and forced a few shots there in the ball game yesterday. But that was kind of the key, and I thought the whole ball game was the fact that our guards really had to create their own shots.
Absolutely.
That was really tough yesterday.
Nobody ever got open, it seemed.
There's a nice inside entry pass up and good. Shaw Rahman first two. On Teo Flake. Southside going to take a timeout here. With that timeout, we'll take one too. You're watching Southside Maverick Basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
From the minute you walk into Randall Ford, they greet you, they're kind, they're going to ask you what you need, what you're looking for, and they're all very friendly, even down to the service department. Those guys are so kind. The salesmen are going to make sure that you know that vehicle before you leave the lot. They're going to review the details, all the features of the vehicle, so you can leave with confidence knowing that the vehicle you're in, how to drive it. Randall Ford really listened to me, and I drove away with exactly what I wanted.
Welcome back here. Not the kind of start you want. Southside down 7-zip to start there early. 3 different Warriors have scored in the ball game.
Well, you were talking earlier, Keith, about not the start you wanted because they up 5-0 minute into the game. But the nice part about that is that means in the next minute you can catch right back up. So I think this is time to start right here.
Nice penetration in by Matt Williams. Will try to feed it back out. Going to be tipped and picked up by Wilkinson. Got Birdsong with the ball in the corner. They'll go across court. There's an open look for Bullock. Fires it up off the rim. No, and it goes in. I think they're going to call it on top of the backboard. Well, a tough break for Bullock.
Mm-hmm. That was a pretty.
But that's a look you want. I love what Birdsong did. You know, it's kind of a dangerous pass sometimes. You know, you're throwing through the passing lanes, but he was open, and that's one of the good looks that Birdsong's had since the first ball game. Hall swinging around. Now here's a penetration down. We're throwing up. I think there's a little miscommunication there.
Good pass right there, Keith.
Did that ball hit the score, the top of the
I think it must have hit the shot clock.
shot clock? That's what I was thinking.
I do remember kind of seeing it like shake just a little bit. So
I think he meant to do that, though.
yeah.
There's going to be a steal in the backcourt. Penetration all the way down for the layup. That's good. That's Shaw Rahman now with 4 points in the ball game. Big 9-0 lead here for the Hall High Warriors. Southside get the ball in the front court, and they'll swing it across. That's Bullock. Nice pass down low to Wilkinson for 2. Good job of 1-2-3 passing there to Wilkinson for the basket. They like to set that double team for Hall, and that's the key for Southside is to realize where that double team's coming from and then find the open man. That's what Southside did there. They're really leaving Bullock open off that right wing with an opportunity to either shoot the ball or go ahead and maybe try to pass the ball down low. He'll feed it down low for the easy layup. That's Damari Hollins for 2 points. 11-2 lead here for Hall. Just not quite 4 minutes into the ball game. There's a nice feed by Birdsong down low. There's Wilkinson gets the rebound, goes up strong. Okay, Matthew Wilkinson being a factor early. Get Dalton Palmer his first personal foul, team second. 2 free throws here for Wilkinson. Matthew looked good yesterday from that three-point line. Had 2 3-pointers, 8 points in the ball game yesterday. First free throw up and no good.
Yeah, keep waiting for him to shoot another one. Every one I've seen him shoot up, every one of them looks good.
Zaylen Toombs will check into the ball game for Hall. Yeah, the key for Hall, if you can get him in foul trouble, only 8 players. There's 2 misses right there for Wilkinson. Hall will push it in the front court. It's a team I don't think you really want to press either. You might get into that numbers game if you do press them.
Right.
I think your key is just to rotate up top and get back. Landon Hill will set the offense. He'll drive in, now swings it down low, and there's an underhand scoop shot up and actually an overhand scoop shot up and no good. The key is, too, there's a lot of grabbing going on right now, and if they keep this up, it's really going to be a long ball game for Southside. Here's a 3 by Williams on the way up.
Ooh.
Rolls around, comes out no good. Rebound pulled down by Derek Johnson. Well, they're in the front court quick, and there's a nice pass down low. Shot goes up, and he's going to be fouled. That's Shaw Rallman. He'll go to the foul line for 2 free throws, but a good job by Dalton Palmer. That good no-look pass for the easy shot.
Yeah, that's what we're worried about pregame. Like if they get that one guy open sprinting, he is tough to catch up with.
First free throw up and good, and that's kind of been good for the Mavs as Hall 0 for 2 from the foul line so far in the ball game.
Yeah, you know, I call those good fouls, Keith, when they miss them. All you got to do is miss one of them. That makes it a good
Of course,
foul.
in your idea, though, it's a good hammer job, too.
That's right.
Yeah, so they're probably not going to be able to make the free throw because –
That's what you hope. That's what you hope.
Just joking, folks. Put about half-court pressure on this time as Birdsong gets in the front court. Swings over to Bullock. And they're pushing that pressure out. They're going to set a double team. There's a nice cross-court pass to Birdsong. Ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. Stay with the Mavs. But what they're doing, too, I think if Southside can recognize this, they're really trying to trap those corners, and there's going to be somebody open on that. I mean, that's, you know, you hope they don't start playing the passing lanes, but, you know, that's kind of where the open look is. Here's a 3 on the way by Teo Flake, up off and no good. Williams gets the rebound, goes up strong to the hole, puts it in. He'll be fouled. I believe we have a timeout here. With that timeout, we'll take one too. You're watching Southside Maverick Basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
From the minute you walk into Randall Ford, they greet you, they're kind, they're going to ask you what you need, what you're looking for, and they're all very friendly, even down to the service department. Those guys are so kind. The salesmen are going to make sure that you know that vehicle before you leave the lot. They're going to review the details, all the features of the vehicle, so you can leave with confidence knowing that the vehicle you're in, how to drive it. Randall Ford really listened to me, and I drove away with exactly what I wanted.
Welcome back. We've got 2:58 to go here. Southside trails 11-4 as Matt Williams will go to the foul line for a free throw. Made a nice move to the hole. It's fouled on the play by Shaw Rallman, and that's a big play. You got to finish these threes here if you're Matt. Get us back in this ball game, down 11-4. Free throw up, and it's good. The thing about Matt Williams we've seen so far this year, Terrell, is you can usually count on him for double figures every ball game. Going to throw it up. Going to be rebounded by Dries Birdsong. I'm not sure what they were trying to do there, if that was an alley-oop or what it was. Here's an open 3 by Bullock on the way up, and good.
It's the one you've been calling for right there, Keith.
Javon can nail that
Yes, sir.
when he has time to set up. You know, he had the first one. He got the unfortunate bounce at hit the score clock.
Well, and you'd made the observation last night. It's like when he can square those feet up, because that ball kind of goes where his feet are pointing.
Exactly, and we saw that last night. You know, he was just a little bit to the left, and that's where the shot went. But that's also a factor, too, is when you have to hurry the shot.
Right.
You have to create your own shot. Southside trying to put a little pressure on. They'll work it down low, and that's a finish at the buzzer for Derek Johnson. Hall back with a 5-point lead. The key is, too, you got to wonder if Hall, the way they like to move, will they wear out towards the third period maybe. Here's a three on the way by Flake, going to be short. Wilkinson fighting for the ball. Ball's going to be rebounded by Hall. They'll push it in the front court. It was Shaw Rawman getting it in the front court. Here's a three on the way up, and a nice touch there by Dalton Palmer. He has 6 points on 2 3-pointers in the ball game. 16-8 lead here for Hall. Williams will get it in the front court. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Will go off Landon Hill out of bounds. Will stay with the Mavs. Again, we got 1:19 to go here. Southside had cut that lead down, Terrell, and then Hall goes on a 5-0 run to increase that back up to 8. Get the ball in. That's a kind of a dangerous pass. You're throwing over a guy, but and they're going to put the pressure on and make the steal, and he's out of bounds. Actually going to get him for a walk.
I think every time Bullock or Teo Flake touch the ball, they trap them.
Think about this Hall team, too. You see one, and it's just not a second later. You got two on the double team. Ball off Southside. The only thing I will say, if I'm coaching, you got to be working the officials just a little bit. There's a lot of hand grabbing, a lot of hand checking, and
a lot of contact.
Yeah, a lot of contact going on. Southside getting actually working out of a man here. I think Southside's done a good job in this tournament of switching that defense up. There's a nice move to the basket. Rebound, a good job of Bullock pulling the ball down. We'll get it into the front court. Swings it over to Matt Williams. We'll get it to Birdsong, who'll penetrate baseline, goes all the way, up for two. That's what you got to do. Is you got to make the other team pay, and that's exactly what Birdsong did there, and he's going to make a steal here. Ball's going to be tipped away, and going in for the layup is Dalton Palmer. Southside going to take a timeout here. We'll take a timeout too. You're watching Southside Maverick basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Welcome back to action as we get back here. Southside will have the ball. They trail 18-10. Swing it up top to Birdsong. He fires a three on the way up, off the back of the rim, no good. Again, Southside not getting too many second chance opportunities. Cody Sumble checking in the ball game for the Mavs. There's about a 15-footer up and no good. Bullock's going to get the ball. He's going to push it. And I like this. Go ahead and push it up. They're going to fire it up at the end of the quarter. At the end of one quarter, Southside trails 18-10. Be back with the start of the second period after this. You're watching Southside Maverick basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end-of-season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
Welcome back as we start the second period. Southside trails 18-10. And Terrell, we were just kind of talking during the break. This Hall team, a lot of quickness out there. It's, I mean, you see one guy, then they're, as you were talking about, when they Birdsong or Bullock get the ball, they try to set the double team.
Yeah, they've been affecting that really whole court press.
There it goes right there, going to try to set the double team as Birdsong will actually is being a lot of contact. Here's a chance for Williams. They'll drive it to the hole, and they'll bring it back out. Back up top to Teo Flake. This is good, though, for Southside. You got to learn how to play a game that gets physical, and that's what Southside's getting right here.
Well, and to your point, you know, hopefully these guys playing this defense, this level of intensity of defense, they're going to get worn down by the second half. And
I don't see how they could. They may run half their practice. Here's a 3 on the way by Flake. And he was way out there. No good. I think they had run the clock down. He had just fired it up from there. But for Southside, it's a key, though. I think when you get a chance to break, you better take it as best you can to get up there and maybe get some decent looks. But it's been that cross-court pass that's kind of been the difference. I think Southside doing a pretty decent job of recognizing where the trap's coming from. There's a nice give-and-go pass down, and going to have a walking call.
oh, you almost wish he didn't walk because I think something was there.
Yeah, I think that was Shaw Rahman would have had his second foul.
Kind of backed off that trap a little bit, Keith. That's how you do it right there, split the trap.
It's a good job getting in the front court. Swing it over. Here's a 3 by Bullock on the way up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Derek Johnson. Johnson wants to push it in the front court. Swings it over. Here's a 3 up on the way. No good. Williams fighting for the rebound. Gets the rebound for the Mavs. That was Dalton Palmer on the missed 3. Birdsong will push it in the front court. Looks to penetrate in. They do a good job, too, this Hall team. What makes this defense effective, there's a nice screen there. And Bullock has an open 3 on the way up, and off the back of him, no good. Here's a 3 opportunity for Williams, up and good. Matt Williams now with 6 points in the ball game. Cuts that lead down to 5. That's the key is, I think, too, if you can keep this game close, it's going to wear them down. They're not going to be quite as quick when you get into the second half. Oh, there's a nice penetration down all the way, taking it strong to the hole. That's Landon Hill, first 2 points of the ball game. Lead back up to 7. Here's a 3 by Williams on the way up. No good. Rebound by Bullock. Bullock looks to penetrate in. But what I was saying about this Hall defense is they match up well. It's a nice idea, just can't quite get it there, but they match up, and that's what makes this defense. There's not going to be a lot of breakdowns because defensively they're hard to get past one-on-one.
Very fast.
So Birdsong guarding up top. Again, Southside working out of I'd say a 1-3-1 zone. They'll get the ball inside. Dalton Palmer with 2 more. He's now got double figures with 10 points in the ball game. 5:10 to go here. Second period. Southside needs an answer here. We're going to have a reach-in call. It's a 4-0 run here for Hall. Get Landon Hill his first personal foul.
It's like if they don't call that, they're not calling anything because he's on him like a belt.
Yeah, we're going to have a timeout here. With that timeout, we'll take one, too. You're watching Southside Maverick basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Back to action. It'll be Southside's ball on the side. Coach Adams took that timeout to try to get organized. It's a 9-point lead now for Hall. Southside actually cut it down to 5. They'll set the trap up top, and good job by Birdsong. And yeah, that's the thing is, once they throw it in, they set the trap. Southside players have got to go find the open. Leading scorer in the ball game so far for Hall is Dalton Palmer with 10, while Matt Williams, leading scorer for the Mavs, with 6. So loose ball going to be picked up and taken away, and ball be tipped back. A lot of contact.
Hey, credit Southside's defense, man. Getting back against that right there was tough.
Hall set the lineup up. Southside going with a man defense here. Doing a good job, as I said earlier, switching out from a man to a zone. There's a nice entry pass. Going to be a walk call. The key is on this defense, too, is that Cody Sum. You got the 6'7" Sum under. Let him kind of hang down low there. You know, he's kind of your last line of defense. You know, if they are able to break in, I think you kind of saw it right there with the turnover. I like what they did here. You got that one-on-one matchup. Instead of throwing that pass, letting them set the double team, Birdsong did a great job. Here's an open 3 look for Williams. Fires it up, no good. And there's Wilkinson, actually some hard for the rebound. Can't finish. Rebound pulled down by DeMary Hollins. They'll get Matt Williams for the foul. Be the first team foul of the second period. Again, Southside trails there 22-13, 3:57 to go here, second period. You got Flake guarding the ball up top. They'll swing it up top. Now here's a 3 on the way up and no good. And there's Bullock for the rebound. And I believe we may have a grab call here on number 14. That's DeMary Hollins, his first personal foul. That's the thing about this Hall team. They've got 5 team fouls, but they spread it out very well.
I think it's maybe 4 players.
You got Flake one-on-one, bringing the ball across half court. Yeah, Hall's kind of backed off just a little bit on that trap. There's Flake in the corner, fires a 3 up and no good off the back of the rim. 5 for the rebound. A good job by Bullock working for the ball, and it's going to be picked up by Hall. That was Zaylen Toombs on the pickup. They get the ball in the front court.
But you can see a little frustration out of Bullock on that one because we didn't get that one. But hey, man, you just gotta admire the fight and get back in there to it.
Gonna have some contact as Derek Johnson will go to the foul line. They'll get Cody Sum. First personal foul. Team second. So Derek Johnson will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Johnson with 4 points in the ball game. Like I said, this is a good challenge for the Mavs. Learn how to, this is you won't find a faster paced team than what this Hall High team brings. First free throw up and no good. And as I said earlier, that's kind of been a key too. I don't think Hall has made a free throw to 0 for 5 from the foul line.
Yeah, you say that about speed. That Farmington team is pretty quick. So I'd say between the two,
I'm not sure
a lot of good work, man.
Second free throw's up and good by Johnson. But, no, I think the difference is the Farmington team, this team I think is quicker, but that Farmington team was in the right position, it seemed like, every time. Not saying that Hall's not, but Hall does a lot of it with their athletic ability. Go get Birdsong out of bounds. I think Dross is getting a little frustrated. They're coming, setting that double team up top, and they can see it coming, and somebody's got to get to an open spot. Whoever the person is that there's an inside shot up, no good, fight for the rebound, ball goes out of bounds, will stay with Hall High.
Well, and I think it's an open spot that he can see, too, because, you know, the way they set that trap, it's really hard to see where the open man is.
Well,
they're blocking your view, too.
The key is, I think, for Southside, what a nice play. They're going to call a walk.
Nice.
But nice play nonetheless by Derek Johnson, an underhand shot. Yeah, but what they've got to do is what's happening is Birdsong is they're setting the double team up top on him. Well, whoever is leaving their man, that man has got to go to an open spot on the floor. He's got to be your security blanket.
Yep.
And I think that's what he was talking about earlier. They'll swing the ball over to Birdsong. Birdsong will set the offense. Penetrates down, will swing it out, and here's a look of three for Bullock, going to be short. That's key for Southside right now. They got to hit some of those threes. They got to really kind of open up a little bit. Good job by Cody Sum holding his ground. Knocks the ball away and takes it away. As Teo Flake will bring it in the front court. A nice give-and-go move. Back up front top to Matt Williams. Over to Dross Birdsong. Birdsong will set the offense. Back to Teo Flake. Again, they're working a tight man defense, but there's an open Williams. There's a nice move to the basket. Another rebound for Sum. Goes up strong for two. Cody Sum, first two of the ball game. He's doing a pretty good job down low. Southside has a little bit of a height advantage. Hall will set up here. There's a three on the way up and no good. Matt Williams for the rebound. It's one of the few times I've seen Southside get a rebound, and really there was no Hall player there
contesting it.
Maybe that's a sign of legs, I hope.
Well, it seems like I've been kind of watching how they're trapping, and it seems like they trap you for, one trip up the court, maybe two, and then they back out of it. And I think, to your point, I think they're kind of doing some of the same thing right there with their offense and their defense. Is like they take the pedal off the gas for one series and try to calm down and get a blow, as the great Keith would say.
Well, us old guys have to have that, so we know about that.
Well, it's like you got to do something because none of these guys are coming out of the game.
No.
I mean, you got to figure out a way to do it on the court.
Well, they played 7 kids, and I got a feeling that kid on the bench, we didn't have a name for him. Here's about an 8-footer, and we're going to have a foul. Flake will go to the foul line. That's Damari Hollins, his second personal foul.
I thought they were going to get that one on Johnson.
That'd be a key right now. You've got 45 seconds to maybe get somebody in foul trouble. Really no one to speak is as Teo Flake goes looking for his first points of the ball game. First free throw up and good. The Mavs are hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
This thing didn't start out well. I believe 9-0 to start the ball game. Going to check Cody Sum out. Cody gave him some good minutes.
Oh, real good minutes.
Yeah, Matthew Wilkinson back in the ball game. Mavs might go to that double post situation. Second free throw by Flake up and good. Lead down to 6 now. Get a quick stop here, maybe get a basket, go in down at 4 at half. Feel pretty good about yourself. Southside going to push it out. Southside really kind of changing up as Hall was.
No easy shots at the end.
Wanted to hold it, run that clock down, and now Southside working, again, it's a man defense. And they're going to get Bullock for the foul. Tell you, he almost timed it right. The coach was looking.
Yep.
But
here's the right idea.
Yeah, but here's what's frustrating about that foul is just the fact that now they can work for the last shot.
Yep.
You worked hard on defense. They'll swing the ball in. Go back up top. down to 10 seconds. Got a one-on-one situation, and good job by Southside as Flake comes over and knocks the ball out of bounds, down to 5.4 seconds.
I think he's looking up thinking he had to shoot it as soon as he got it.
I don't know what's going on out there with Bullock and Toombs.
They're talking.
Yeah, Toombs is kind of like he's he's trying to get that could be a moving screen right there. There's a nice give and go pass. A good job for Southside. We're going to have a foul on the play. That's Landon Hill. He's got 2 fouls now. That'll be the half. Southside going to trail here at 23-17. A very fast-paced game. They're kind of talking to the officials, trying to get some calls. I don't know what that would be for the fact that there's been a lot of hand grabbing there. And anyway, we're at the half. Southside trails by 6. Be back with the Randall Ford halftime scoring summary after this. You're watching Southside Maverick Basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
I bought my first vehicle from Randall as a used car back in '77. I bought a first new truck in '96 from them, an F-250. Ever since then, I've stuck with Randall. They understand my business, and as a contractor, my trucks take a beating. Randall Ford has the product, and they find them for me if they don't have them on the lot. I trust Randall Ford. They've earned my business.
The story of our family business starts back in 1878 when our ancestors settled in Old Town Van Buren and set up shop. We have been providing quality work, craftsmanship with the finest materials available using time-honored and traditional methods. Providing quality service to the River Valley for 6 generations.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy. therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
From the minute you walk into Randall Ford, they greet you, they're kind, they're going to ask you what you need, what you're looking for, and they're all very friendly, even down to the service department. Those guys are so kind. The salesmen are going to make sure that you know that vehicle before you leave the lot. They're going to review the details, all the features of the vehicle, so you can leave with confidence knowing that the vehicle you're in, how to drive it. Randall Ford really listened to me, and I drove away with exactly what I wanted.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Welcome to the Randall Ford halftime show. And Terrell, it was the first half where Hall's able to jump out to a big lead, but really Southside did a good job of working their way back into the ball game and played some good solid defense there towards the end of the period and got the lead down to 6. And, you know, anybody's game in the second half, and it was a game we were talking about. This Hall team goes 110% the whole game, so they only go 7 deep, so maybe you can wear some kids out. And then you look at maybe some possible foul trouble. They only have 2 kids with 2 fouls, so that's not really a factor right now. But, you know, who knows later in the ball game. But the key for Southside is when they put that pressure on like they do, you got to find that open man.
Absolutely. And the one thing I noticed a little bit different from our contest last night was we got 11 rebounds in that first half. So, you know, for one thing, credit Cody some. I know he's came out there and played hard. I mean, from the second he stepped on the court and had a couple rebounds, actually had a block out there. We've actually had 2 blocks in that first half. So, you know, kind of to your point, play some defense in the second half, see if we can wear these guys down a little bit and force maybe a frustration foul or 2 and, you know, make them make some decisions in this half.
Yeah, take care of the basketball, get you some good looks. That's what Southside was able to do at times. They were able to, you know, as we talked about, the key is once that double team comes out of nowhere, and whoever they played a man the whole game, so you know that when the double team is set, that you're going to be an open player somewhere, and that player has got to go to an open spot on the floor. And when I say that, I think it really has to be a spot instead of going back, you know, across the floor, throwing the passing lanes. I think it's got to be a spot. Maybe work your way down somewhere to the opening, catch the ball down there, attack the basket, you know, and force the action right there.
Well, I think part of what we're seeing, too, is when they're setting that trap, like you say, they can come from anywhere, right? But where it does come from every time is when you turn your back to the defense, that's when they're bringing that guy over. And so I think that's why we've kind of gone to that cross-court path, because you know once that guy comes over, he came from where you weren't looking. And so they're trying to throw it where they came from. It's worked out pretty well. We just hadn't really finished that, you know, open look except for a couple times. So maybe that's the key is you start making them pay on that, and then they kind of got to back off of that strategy a little bit, and then you can kind of get back to running what you run.
So we look at the first half scoring summary. First for the Hall High Warriors, leading scorer is Dalton Palmer with 10 points. He had 2 3-pointers in the first half. Derek Johnson, 5 points. Shaw Rahman, 4 points. Landon Hill, 2 points. And Damari Hollins off the bench with 2 points for Hall. While for the Mavs, your leading scorer is Matt Williams with 6, followed by Javon Bullock with 3 points. Then you had 4 other Mavericks score: Teo Flake with 2, Jarice Birdsong 2, Matthew Wilkinson 2, and Cody Sum with 2. So you got 4 points out of your post players. That's a good thing for Southside right there. But another key in this ballgame we didn't talk about too has been the free throw shooting. Hall really could have opened this game up. I think they're like 1 of 8 from the foul line.
Yeah, and I don't know what our stats are on the foul line, but I know we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 foul shots fall for us. So, I mean, that right there gets us right back in this thing if it goes down to a foul, shooting contest here at the end. But I don't know. I'd like to see maybe. Is it surprised you a little bit that we hadn't seen Wilkinson take a 3-shot? I mean, it looked so pretty.
He had a couple of looks,
yeah,
and he passed on them. But what I am liking he's doing, I think he's actually, to me, he's been working the baseline a lot more today, and I think that's been effective. He's had a couple of looks down there, and that Cody Sums had a couple of looks down on the baseline. And this is one of the few times that Southside's going to have a game where I think they've got a decisive height advantage. You look at the tallest player out there on the floor right now is probably Landon Hill. He's 6'4", and then they go down from there to 6'2". So you got a definite height advantage, and I think that's something that Southside and Coach Adams are trying to take advantage of by really trying to keep those 2 on the post. And they're going to start Cody Sum here in the second half. And I thought Cody did a great job. I like what Cody does down there. He's a very physical player and made a couple of nice plays under the basket, caused a couple of walking turnovers, and then had a nice second half shot. This Hall will start the ball to start it here. The ball's going to be taken away. That's Matt Williams on the takeaway. Southside's had a double team of their own there. Get the ball to Jarice Birdsong, see what Hall wants to do here. Yeah, they're kind of backing off a bit as Birdsong will penetrate down. Goes up strong from about 8 feet up and good.
What a move.
Just kind of bounce off the defender, go up strong, and finish. That's not an easy shot by any means. Gets that lead down to 4. It's 23-19. Here's a 3 on the way up, going to be short, and ball will go off Cody Sum out of bounds. A good job there by Derek Johnson. Looked like Johnson almost was on the out of bounds line when he threw the ball, but obviously he wasn't. They'll feed the ball in low, work it to the left corner. Southside working out of a man defense. That man defense really, I think, has been more effective than the zone defense. And the guard's doing a good job. They're going to try to set a screen up top. Going to do a give and go here. And there's a good job by Cody Sum as the shot clock runs out. They did a good job, a nice pick and roll there, but Cody Sum was there, held his ground, and now they're going to come back with the press. This has been kind of the bread and butter for. Good job by Matt Williams. Instead of trying to force that to Birdsong, they'll get it up. Should have some numbers, and they'll get it to Matt Williams. Here's a 3 by Bullock on the way up. Off the rim, no good. Nice rebound by Birdsong. Goes up strong, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hall. That was Zaylen Toombs on the rebound. Saw Toombs a little bit in the first half. Well, Southside got to finish there, only down by 4. About a minute and a half in play here. Nice give and go by Toombs. Good job by Bullock, but they're going to get him for the foul. Javon with 2 fouls now. That'll send Derek Johnson back to the foul line. Get 2 foul shots here. It's one thing, too, they don't have we always talk about when do you shoot, when do you not shoot. First free throw off the back of rim, though, good. And that's been a key in the ballgame, obviously, but no 1-and-1s now.
Right.
A little less pressure when the ballgame's tied at the end. Knowing you'll always get that second free throw. Second free throw going to be short. There's Matt Williams. They're 1 of 10, I believe, from the foul line tonight. Good job getting the ball down, and Wilkinson had a chance. There's about an 8-foot floater up and good by Matt Williams. So Wilkinson had a chance to go to the basket, but he was tripped. Southside, quick 4-0 run here to start the second half.
Yeah, I like that little handoff move they did too. He knew he had his back to the bucket, so he just handed it off to the guy that was looking at the bucket.
Yeah, I think Southside getting some confidence here, and I also think Hall is wearing down just a little bit. Here's a three on the way. It's going to be up and no good. Fight for the rebound, and I believe they're going to get Bullock on the backside. Yep, they'll get Javon Bullock his third personal foul.
Well, this may be where we start seeing that two-post look right here, Keith.
Well, that's a tough break right there because you have a chance to get the rebound, maybe score, or get the rebound and keep them from scoring. As Johnson will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. First free throw up and good. Got 6 points in the ball game. But you just don't like to give up those easy points. That's the key. Second free throw rolls off, no good. They go to Birdsong, and they're going to try to set a trap here. Going to lose the ball here. It's going to be picked up. And there's Birdsong trying to get the ball back, and they're going to have a jump ball here.
Timeout, I think.
He actually fell down with the basketball. That could have actually have been, yeah.
Cody's doing what I'm doing, trying to talk him into it.
Yeah, this is going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's go take a break, too. You're watching Southside Maverick Basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
Welcome back to action. Terrell, this has been a good ball game so far. Southside only down by 3 right now. Saul will get the ball inbounds.
Looks like they brought in Phillips.
Nate Phillips in the ball game for the Mavs. Here's a 3 shot on the way up and no good. Long rebound going to be pulled down by Shaw Rahman. That's twice on 2 of the last 3 possessions, and good job again by Cody Sum. Not only getting the rebound, holding his ground, but then taking care of the basketball. Feed it back to Teo Flake up top to Aiden Phillips. Down to Sum in the corner. There's a nice give and go pass. Nothing there as Williams will set up. Gets it back out to Teo Flake. Go back up top to Matt Williams. Well, they got those hands going, don't they, all the time. You got to be careful. Getting down to 3 seconds. Here's a 3-pointer by Teo Flake on the way up and no good. Southside gets the rebound. Cody Sum goes up strong. What a great job by Cody Sum getting the rebound and getting the foul.
Well, and I don't know if it's because they're tired, Keith, but the one thing I'll say, we had a couple of those little give-and-go looks, getting into the paint right there, kind of passed up on the shot. And the one thing I really noticed about it, you're making that Hall team work really hard.
Nice touch at the foul line for Cody. He has 3 points in the ball game.
I think the more you can do that, the harder you can work them.
Well, the key to that, too, is just the fact that we held the ball the whole 35 seconds and then get the rebound, so they're having to work double time on defense. I'll check Toombs out of the ball game. Coming back into the ball game will be Demary Hollins, and I'm trying to see which of the Hall High Warriors is not in the ball game right now. They've got one of the starters. They got 12, 14. Second free throw good. Got the lead down to 1 now. Actually, I believe it's Dalton Palmer. He hasn't been in. There's a nice move to the basket, and they're going to get a second chance opportunity. Actually, it is Palmer. It drives Birdsong for the foul. Palmer now with 12 points in the ball game. That's a tough break right there for the Mavs. And that's been a key, too. It's been those second chance points. Free throw up and good. Palmer now with 13 points in the ball game. The ball into Teo Flake. their press is unique. It's actually they have 4 guys on the press, so almost seems like you could put somebody in the corners, maybe beat the press, and they'll get a 10-second call here.
Ran out of time.
It's a key defensive opportunity here for the Mavs. Get back up top. Palmer. They look like they want to penetrate in. Ooh, close to steps there. And Southside only down by 4 here. Oh, nice move, but got a launching pad going there.
Mm-hmm. He didn't even argue it, Keith.
I don't think there was anything to argue on that one. Actually, maybe I'm trying to. I guess all the starters are back in.
I think the starters are back now.
Yeah.
I was kind of like you. I was thinking Palmer that it was actually a 6 out there.
Southside going to throw the ball away. This has been an effective. This is a very unusual zone defense. He'll get some for the foul. Cody Sum now with 2 fouls. We'll send Derek Johnson in the line. Johnson with 6 points in the ball game. Well, the key for Southside right now is you got to figure out this press that they're putting on. They actually have 4 guys that are in the backcourt pressing. So you should hopefully get some numbers there. First free throw up and good. 7 points now for Johnson in the ball game. I'll start to put those free throws together now.
Yes, they are.
Second one up and also good. Southside down by 6. And swing the ball in. That's Birdsong. Get it up to Aiden Phillips. That's where Southside has got to try to break.
Yep.
But you also have to watch. Here's a 3 by Matt Williams on the way, going to be short. Fight for the rebound, pulled down by Hall. That is Demarius Hollins on the rebound. They'll work it all the way down, and there's a shot up and good. Derek Johnson with 2 more. Johnson 10 points in the ball game. What Southside needs to do, I think, is they need to bring up. They're pushing 2 guys down, but they need to bring those guys up.
Coach is about to tell him.
Southside's going to take a timeout. With that timeout, we'll take one too. You're watching Southside Maverick basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
I bought my first vehicle from Randall as a used car back in '77. I bought a first new truck in '96 from them, an F-250. Ever since then, I've stuck with Randall. They understand my business, and as a contractor, my trucks take a beating. Randall Ford has the product, and they find them for me if they don't have them on the lot. I trust Randall Ford.
Welcome back to action. We got a little Aretha Franklin going there, and I can't get Terrell to calm down. He's really doing getting it going there.
I thought you weren't going to tell anybody.
Yeah, Preston Williams on the jukebox there, doing a great job picking the music out. Again, I'm still waiting on the Barry Manilow. I don't think it's going to happen here. So we'll get the ball back. They've got an 8-point lead. In fact, it was 27-23, I believe. No, 26-23. Southside within 3, and it's a 5-0 run here for the Hall High Warriors. They'll feed the ball inside, and let's see what the call is going to be. This will be a block on Cody Sum. Be his 3rd personal foul. Be the 15th foul. That's another thing too that always has baffled me as Landon Hill goes to foul line, 2 free throws. You got one team pressing the whole game and trapping and doing everything, and they only have 1 foul call while Southside has 5. And of course, a lot of that too on Southside has to be the aggressiveness of Hall taking the ball to the hole, which has been very good today. Landon Hill now with 3 points in the ball game. Flake looks to bring it up. We'll go cross court to some. Back up to Matt Williams. Fires a 3 up and good. Matt Williams now 11 points in the ball game.
Getting warmed up.
Cuts that lead down to 7. Important defensive opportunity for the Mavs. Again, they're working out of they work the ball inside. Shot's no good, but they get the rebound. They're getting too many offensive rebounds. That's kind of been the key right now. I think when you play that man, a lot of times you lose a lot of your rebounding there, and that's what's happened to Southside. They're going to check Wilkinson back into the ball game for Cody Sum.
Well, you got to think Cody's probably having to play a little bit smart right now.
3 personal fouls.
Can't quite fight for those rebounds when you got 3 on you.
Well, that's kind of been a difference for Southside. Here's a long 3 on the way up and good. Nice touch. Dalton Palmer on the 3. Nice penetration down by Flake. Goes up strong. Going to be a charge call on Teo Flake. Down to 1:40 to go here. Back up to a 10-point lead for Little Rock Hall. Really the difference in this ball game has been when Hall switches back to that defense. Here's another 3 on the way. It's going to be short. Rebound pulled down by Flake. That's the key, too, is if they don't score, they don't set the press. You get those matchups you want, so that's definitely a key right there. If you can keep from scoring points, you can
maybe avoid that press.
Yeah, be able to run your offense a little bit. So, yeah, that's kind of been a difference, too. Good move by Birdsong. Goes up strong for 2.
Best kind of 3-point play right there, Keith.
But they got Landon Hill.
Johnson.
Derek Johnson. So I'm looking at the scoreboard they've got. I missed one somewhere. They've got 3 fouls on Landon Hill. Big opportunity for Darius Birdsong maybe to cut that lead back down to 7. Free throw up and no good. I like what Birdsong's doing, though. He's doing a very good job. He's only a sophomore, and the leadership he's shown these last 2 ball games has got to make Coach Adams feel really good about going into conference play. Ball goes out of bounds off Matt Williams.
I think that's what you want to do right there. Reject that ball. Do not let them have it down there.
Well, again, I think the key is get some stops, and then you take them out of that. They're going to set that press up every time. There's a nice give-and-go move for an easy, well, actually misses it. But there's the putback, and there's a good job by Teo Flake, and Flake was grabbed on the play. Get the ball up. Of course, Birdsong is going to lose it. They're going to take it all the way down and can't finish. Southside going to push it up. A lot of running, but no points here. Matt Williams goes all the way in, fires one up, and I'll tell you what, a lot of contact. And
I think even the backside official was a little bit surprised by that call.
He didn't. The official that had the call didn't see it, and then the other call didn't. He just made a call, I think. So
he called what he saw.
Yeah, I guess. Actually, they could have called. There was a lot of contact on that. So, what you will. Let's see what Hall wants to do. He may hold for the last shot here. That's what they're going to do. Is Southside going to let them do it? I mean, you're only down 8 points, so it should be a really good 4th period. And I think Hall's kind of wore down just a bit too. But again, what I'm saying is the key for Southside is going to have to make some, keep them from scoring, and you get 2 advantages of that as the clock runs out. Southside got the ball. That was actually a shot clock. Coach Adams coming out. I'm not sure he saw that either. See what Southside wants to do. I'd run it. What I'd do is run it down here and just hit somebody and fire it up. Don't throw it in the backcourt. If you throw it in the backcourt, just eat it. Going to throw it in. The ball's going to be tipped. There's Birdsong. We'll pick it up. We'll not have a chance to do anything. Southside trails here 36-28. Be back with the start of the fourth period after this. You're watching Southside Maverick basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
Welcome back as we start the fourth period. It'll be Southside's Southside's basketball here. Southside trails by 8. And Terrell, as I was saying, it's going to be a game where I think Southside, if they can get some stops, you get them out of that press, they can work their way back into this. You know, for a team that likes to play full court like Hall does, they don't really have a lot of players, so maybe be able to take advantage of that. Here's a drive by Birdsong, goes up strong to the glass, no good. Here's going to be a breakaway for Hall. That's Derek Johnson for 2.
That's that play we kept seeing last night, Keith.
Johnson now with 12 points in the ball game. And they're able to set that press up. That's DeMary Hollins, his third personal foul.
There's a different number, Keith.
Actually, I think they've got him for 4. My numbers are different than what Preston Williams has.
Mine are too.
Going to set the trap again. And just kind of try to throw the ball away, and they're going to get another easy layup here. Zaylen Toombs, first 2 points of the ball game. You know, a situation like that, you got to take a timeout. I mean, there was nothing he could do, and he just kind of just flung the ball up, and it was an easy play for him. And here's another steal. Southside trails by 12, and it's been one of those starts here. They were only down by 8 to start, but the 2 baskets have been 2 easy baskets to start here. Mavs just need to settle it down a little bit to get there and go with that press. It's that quickness they have. It's going to have a reach-in foul. It'll be the second foul.
I got 4 on him.
Well, so that's where they've got it wrong. They've got the number. That's only the third team foul. That's what I thought. So the 4 fouls is actually on 13. Actually, no, it's actually on Hollins. So here's an open look from Matt Williams. Sets up. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Warriors, getting the ball out. He's Landon Hill, and they'll get the ball down all the way for the shot. No good. And there's Matthew Wilkinson for the rebound. Here's a 3 by Flake on the way, going to be short. Rebound pulled down the corner by Derek Johnson. Johnson going to slow it down here. About 2 minutes into the fourth period. Hall kind of changing the offense up a bit. They're actually trying to push it out, get those one-on-one matchups, and that's exactly what they do. It's a good job by Birdsong of staying with his man. And Matt Williams will get it. They'll need to hustle into the front court. Southside going to take a timeout. That timeout will take one, too. You watch the Southside Maverick basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
The story of our family business starts back in 1878 when our ancestors settled in Old Town Van Buren and set up shop. We have been providing quality work, craftsmanship with the finest materials available using time-honored and traditional methods. Providing quality service to the River Valley for 6 generations.
I bought my first vehicle from Randall as a used car back in '77. I bought a first new truck in '96 from them, an F-250. Ever since then, I've stuck with Randall. They understand my business, and as a contractor, my trucks take a beating. Randall Ford has the product, and they find them for me if they don't have them on the lot. I trust Randall Ford. They've earned my business.
Welcome back to action here. Southside will have the ball as they trail 40-28. That was the final timeout for Coach Adams, which I think was a wise timeout. You're kind of letting the game slip away just a bit. Southside started this period only down by 8. Now they're down by 12. We got 5:42 to go here. In fact, Southside looking for their first points of the period. Ball's going to be stolen, taken away, and we'll get Matt Williams for a reach in.
Well, credit Matt. I mean, he got his first foul early on in this contest, so for him to only have 2 this late in the fourth, I feel pretty good about that.
There's a good play by Birdsong, makes the steal. Now they're going to set the trap. He needs help. He's going to beat the trap by himself. That's a great job by Dries. Birdsong will feed the corner. That's Aiden Phillips, going to lose it. They'll swing it down low. And here comes the drive all the way on a nice give-and-go play. That's Derek Johnson now with 14 points in the ball game. Lead back up to 14 now. Correct me if I'm wrong, that may be the biggest lead Hall's had in the ball game.
I think you're right, Keith.
Southside will get in the front court with Wilkinson back over to Birdsong. Birdsong will fire one up from about 15, going to be partially blocked out of bounds by Shaw Rahman. Southside will retain possession. Yeah, Mavs need to get some points here.
Mm-hmm.
Things have kind of gone dry for him here. Here's to Matt Williams, gets the ball, goes up strong, and going to be knocked away. Here's a 3 by Wilkinson on the way up. Rims out, no good.
Wow.
Going to get Matt Williams again for the foul. Matt now with 3 personal fouls. I think that was more of a frustration foul than anything.
Keep him throwing that Hail Mary pass.
You're exactly right, though, about this Hall team. They're going to slow it down. When they run a set offense, they're in no hurry. Going to penetrate down, swing it to the left side, back up top. Here's a 3 on the way off the back of the rim, no good. They'll get their own rebound here and set the offense again. That was Landon Hill who took the shot and was able to get the rebound. Can't let these guys have too many opportunities. Going to penetrate down, but go all the way to the hole for the shot. Zaylen Toombs now with 4 points off the bench for Hall. Increases the lead up to 16, 3:52 to go here. Got to set the double team, and he's grabbed. Let's see what the call is going to be. It's Zaylen Toombs, his first personal foul. That'd be another key, but it's really not right now. That's 3 team fouls. First time we've seen this, they're going to a 2-3 zone defense. That's where you try to swing it around, maybe get a look at a 3.
Well, I think they were disguising what they were doing with a 2-3 zone, and they went right back to that.
Just on the inbounds?
Yes.
Here's a one from the free throw line on the way by Birdsong. Rose does everything but go down. About 3 hops on the back of the rim. Now Southside yet to score here. It's an 8-0 run for Little Rock Hall. Here's a drive from about 15 going up strong, no good. And there's an offside rebound, nobody there to block out. Derek Johnson, 2 more. He's got 16 points, and they're going to take a timeout here. And with that timeout, we'll take one too. You're watching Southside Maverick Basketball on the Maverick Sports Network.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
Welcome back. It's 36-28 to start the fourth period. Little Rock Hall has outscored Southside 8-zip here. 3:04 to go in the ball game. You know, the funny thing we were talking about, well, maybe we'll wear these guys out. I think it's kind of been the other way around. I think that pressure has really weared down this Southside team.
Well, and, you know, give their coach credit. I mean, I think the reason they just called that timeout is he could tell his guys were huffing and puffing, so it's probably one of the better timeouts.
Plus, they can also set that press up when they get that timeout. As Birdsong tries to penetrate in, ball's going to be tipped around. Southside's not got a lot of good looks here either.
No, they've contested everything in the second half.
Nice move by Flake, down for 2. Teo Flake now with 4 points in the ball game. Well, it's going to be on Javon Bullock. He gave number 12, but it'd actually be on Teo Flake. Yeah, he gave the 1-2 signal.
Oh, I think we got a little blood over here.
They work the ball down low. There's a nice move to the hole for 2 more. Derek Johnson now with 18 points in the ball game. It's been Johnson and Palmer, 18 and 16 have been the difference here. Get the ball to Matt Williams. He'll take it strong to the hole, makes a nice pass, and it was there for Cody Sum, just can't handle the pass.
Well, we've seen that a couple times tonight. It's like what you're kind of seeing from the ball handlers is, you know, they're trying to get that pass in there, but Hall's really speeding that pass up, so they're having to throw it a little bit harder to hit you while you're open for a split second, and it's been hard to hold on to that pass.
Hall's also getting a lot of second chance opportunity. Here's a 3 on the way up and good. It's Dalton Palmer with 19 points. Teo Flake splits the double team, gets in the front court to Matt Williams. Williams going to be double team, goes up. Well, actually, he was trying to go up top to Cody Sums. Going to be saved by Birdsong. Chased down by Teo Flake. Back to Birdsong. Goes cross court to Javon Bullock. Fires a 3 up on the way up and no good. There's Cody Sum on a nice rebound. Can't finish. Birdsong gets the rebound. Ball on the ground going to be picked up by Dalton Palmer. I think Dries Birdsong, you can see he's kind of struggling getting up and down the court. He's had to work hard against that press all day long.
Had some pretty incredible passes, too.
I like what he's done, though. I love the effort that he gives out every time he steps on that floor. The little man gets the rebounds. He gets the steals. Didn't have the big scoring tonight, but he's capable of doing that. We saw it last night with 19 points. Hall going to work it down here. There's a nice penetration down low, and a good job by Cody Sum along with Bullock. Going to have a shot clock violation. Southside will get the ball back with 51.7 seconds to go here.
That's the third shot clock today, huh?
And they're going to bring in number 15. I do not have number 15's name, so we will just say number 15's into the ball game, the unknown player. Got 51.7 seconds to go here. Again, the Mavs will return to action January 30th. They'll travel to Russellville before opening conference play against Bentonville. Here's a three on the way by Flake, up and good.
Heath, I got to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Because you said that last night. Is it January 30th?
January 30th. What did I say? Yeah, January 30th.
Not December 30th?
December 30th.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
People are going to be waiting a long time for a ball game.
And then they open conference. I believe it's on January 4th. They'll start conference play against Bentonville. Then we'll return back to Maverick Arena. After that, they'll play Springdale, which that'll be a big challenge for the Mavs.
Yeah, Springdale. They're a tough matchup for anybody.
Three on the way by Bullock, up and no good.
Look who's still down there fighting.
Going to have a jump ball here. They've actually got two kids in the lineup right now, number 22 in there that we don't have a name on either. I'm glad you corrected me on that. People will be waiting a long time.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. But here's a three on the way by number 15, up and no good. And that'll be your ball game. Southside going to fall here 51-33, finished fourth in the Foster Roofing Classic tournament. So we go ahead and round up the scoring here. Dalton Palmer, 19 points. Derek Johnson, 18. Shaw Rahman, 4. Landon Hill, 3. Demary Hollins, 2. And Jalen Toombs off the bench with 4 points. While for Southside, Tail Flake, 7 points. Dryce Birdsong, 6 points. Matthew Wilkinson, 2. Bullock, 3. Matt Williams, your leading scorer with 11. And Cody Sum finished with 4 points, but did a good job down low, working hard and making some things happen. And a tough finish for the Mavs. Couldn't get anything offensively going in the fourth period early, and then the game kind of got away from them there.
Yeah, and you know who your leading rebounder was tonight?
Probably Birdsong.
It was actually Matt Williams.
Matt Williams.
Yeah, actually Birdsong, he had a couple steals tonight. He was your team high stealer, but he ended up having 5 rebounds. Williams having 6, and you had 4 steals tonight, a couple blocks. You know, Sum and Wilkinson both had blocks tonight, so played a little bit better defense, I think, than we saw last night. And
well, tough loss for the Mavs, but they were competitive for most of the game. That press I think the press actually wore them down. It was all said and done, and now they're going to let's go down the floor for the presentations of the all-tournament players from both teams. Well, that's it for Southside tonight. Is Southside going to fall here 51-33 in the ball game? But, you know, it was a good effort by the Mavs nonetheless. And I'll correct that. Southside will be back in action next week as they will travel on the December 30th. They will go take on Russellville before they open conference play. They'll have their first conference game on the 4th, January 4th, as they'll take on Bentonville, followed by a home conference game against Springdale on the 7th. And Terrell, just one of those games where Southside couldn't get it going there late. They kept it close for a long time, but Hall's able to pull away in the end.
well, that's it. And the one thing you kind of notice, you know, maybe his legs, who knows, maybe it's the press, but One thing we saw early in the game, we saw some of those in the paint points where you're getting those little floaters out of Matt Williams, Birdsong, all those guys. Just seemed like those didn't fall in that second half. And, I think it was I think you were the one that observed it starting that fourth quarter. I think it was a 8-0 run by those guys, and it just seemed like it didn't get any easier from there. So,
well, sir, I want to thank you for correcting me on my many mistakes tonight. And
I'll do it for the fans, Keith.
And, sir, I will see you here in about 2 weeks. We want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll catch you guys, like I said, here in about 2 weeks. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend, and go Mavs.